All the trees with tunnels around them, yep. I've not even managed to get that done yet. Okay. I guess I'm not... actually, yeah, I'm probably not requesting nearly enough belts. Let's turn that on. Make sure I'm requesting about 500. 400 is actually probably better. Yeah. Right, let's get back to base. There should be a load more belts available now, simply because of all the belts that Bullet Train has given up. Why don't I send a train with belts? I haven't got a constructor train set up. And after several streams of being like, I'm sure we'll get to space today, and not getting to space today, I was very eager to just get out there once we'd actually cleared the necessary hurdles. But creating a builder train would be a very nice next step. Alright, Aavak, I'm being told I need to be responsible, Bubbles, and go to bed for work in the morning. Have a good night. Oh, you take care, Bubbles. On that note, chat, it is 12 and a quarter hours since we started streaming. Maybe I should add a couple more of these. Purely so we have more charging opportunities down on this side. There we go. Though that being said, yeah, I guess I could make a little personal train. And then use temporary stops to get it where it needs to go. $12 and 15 minutes? Your backside must be pretty tough. Well, I tend to take like a break every 2 hours to get up and move around. Though it has been past that. Okay, now that that's done, I need to hook up the wiring yet again. Right down here. And green along here. And that will reactivate the station. We'll now start requesting things again. All of those antennas. There we go. Everything is being redistributed. And we are off once more. I think... Let me just... Yeah, we have got a decent amount of belts now. Take care, Hookman. I'm off to bed as well. Had a nice 12-hour session at Factorio. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I've been enjoying mine. Go down along these tracks so I can hook up all the belts on this far side. go. If we can just hook up the top line, then at least we'll get something on the move. I keep pressing E to open up my inventory to see how many belts I have, but of course that is not quite how it works when you're remote controlling a tank. There we are. Second line hooked up. Oh, damn it. Of course, there'd be one bit that we missed. Right, let's see if we can't get the rest of this mine put together. No way I'm reaching that bit though. At least I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. Possibly from up here. Okay, never mind. That is a thing that just happened. That no one is ever going to speak of. Alright, let's get the miners out. I'm not aiming for any kind of specific science per second number presently. I'm still exploring the content in the game. That will be something to look forward to once I've been to a couple more of the planets and laid the groundwork a little bit more. Right now, I'm still very much exploring the new space age content. But once you're in a position where you can start just scaling up production to simply produce science, like you've moved on from your bootstrap base, I would say a good place to start is like multiples of hundreds. Start with 100 science per second, then, move up from there. Either just 100, 200, 300, or you can go straight away and just skip up orders of magnitude. So 100, 1,000, 10,000 eventually, I guess. I mean, you're going to have a pretty massive factory to be doing 10,000 science a second. I'm not sure what would buckle first, your interest in the game or your computer at that point. I'll be honest with you. But, you could start off a little bit more chill and low-key and just... I mean, if science per second is the metric you want to go for, there's nothing saying you can't. But you are going to be building a big factory, and you're... At that kind of scale, I'm not sure how effectively you would be able to continue to make improvements without really getting efficient with your logistics. So if you're super into the, running very, very blazingly efficient logistics, that would be a really fun way to build and the way to expand out. But like once you get into the thousands, tens of thousands of science per second, then you are going to have a very responsive logistics system. It's going to come down to how much you can move it. Oh yeah, novices, my lord. I mean, I know Colonel Will is quite into the go big or go home, and it is very seasoned when it comes to having efficient logistics. But 500,000 signs per second would honestly impress me that his computer could handle it at that point. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I understand that was a typo, but it was a funny one. But yeah, like if you're getting to the point, again, as I said, if you're getting to the point where you're looking for signs per second, now I assume that you actually meant signs per second, but you could have equally been just typoed and meant signs per minute, in which case a lot of this conversation has been kind of moot. But if you are going for signs per second, I would start with 100 and move on from there, and just keep reassessing how interested you are in getting that next milestone, whatever it is. Hey, Olifin, how you doing, mate? There we go. This is my first playthrough, so I thought 2 per second was a lot already. If it feels like a lot to you, it is. Don't diminish your personal achievements based on what others have achieved. Especially if this is one of your first playthroughs. That's awesome. Hi ho, says Leafing. Doing good. Been mostly fashing in and out of existence the whole night. How's the stream? Stream is good. We have gotten to new place. New place is moldy, lichenous. New place is full of mushrooms and not shrooms. And bad shrooms. Oh no. I think you have run out. Yeah, you've run out of seeds. I needed to have gotten that on the go a long time ago, but I got distracted. Poop. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We will get more of that done. It'll be okay. I got squashed by my own drop pod. Yeah. Didn't occur to me that being that close was going to be dangerous. I thought it had already landed. It had not. Really need lane balancing. Oh. But steel production is kicking back on now. Slowly but surely. Which means a lot of other things are going to be kicking on now. Pridwen, what are we sat? What are we waiting on? We are presently waiting on radars. One whole stack of radars. And actually, no, it looks like what we're really waiting on is for steel to start filtering back through and the low density structure to be available again. All right. But we've cleaned up drop table iron mine. I need to make drop table abandoned mine. we go. 3.2 million stone. A tiny amount of coal, I imagine. 1.6, 162k. Probably want to set up another coal mine soon. In fact, let me add that onto the to-do list. There we go. Tuck that there. Move this one up. There. TKK in. TTFN. Time to play the game of what TTFN stands for. Oh, ta-ta for now. Leafin. Oh, misspelled that. There we go. All right. Things will start moving a little bit better now. But it's still going to take a while. Right, okay. Let's get back down to this. All right, so the other thing that we're going to be producing here are the seeds. And in some ways, the seeds are even the more important. Though, how many does this produce? Oh, it yields 50. Okay. That should be enough, one would hope. Hard to say for certain, but we'll find out, I guess. Ah. Crap. Okay. Just noticed that we are, in fact, going to require a little bit more over here. Beacons unlocked. Also, nuclear fuel reprocessing. Could set up nuclear at some point. Actually, let's just stockpile one stack of iron. That's fine. Okay. I do not presently have much in the way of things that can burn, but I do have a few. Really liking the music down here. I can always go and smack some trees. Oh, I need to check if there were many belts. I think the metric to shoot for is iron chest per second rather than size. Yes, infinitely more useful. You speak truth. Iron chest master race. Represent. Right, let's bring this over, if indeed I can. Should be able to. Apparently not. Oh, really? You absolute scoundrel, you. Can I yoink this up myself? Ah, damn it, I can't. Most vexillous. Okay, I need to go and get some bloody stone then. From some of those, hopefully not patrolled by great huge stompy things like those. Alas, that is not this place. Oh, here we are. Again, though, I'm really, really liking the new music. Almost has a Terraria vibe, some of the tracks, though. Well, I say, though, like that's a bad thing, but more that I just wasn't expecting it. Have we got enough? We do. Now, the thing here is we are going to have nutrient on the belt. And I'm going to want this to enable based on nutrients that it can find on the belt. So, nutrients. It is going to read its own contents. So I'm going to say if nutrients on the belt are less than, I don't know, 10. And make more. They're getting a little bit insistent, aren't they? It's not too terrifying, but could maybe do with some more lasers to help out. Mind you, these do have a decent range. No, I think we should be fine. Could perhaps just buff out the wall section a little bit, though. That'll do. Right, okay. All of this goodness is all over the place. And as I was saying, this is going to need... That only enables if there's no nutrients in here. So I'm going to want a belt from here that will read hold. That should tell this if there's less than 10 nutrients on the belt, and thus whether or not it's allowed to activate. Right, the bits are they are actively growing. Getting more bulbous as the moments pass. Now, next up, gonna go and grab some of these myself. For example, this one. Let's pop it in here, just so we can empty out. Yeah. Now, another one of these would not go amiss. I can make one. I probably should. It takes a surprisingly long time to do. Right, there we go. All is back online. I should make this a little bit safer. So that is ugly, but it doesn't matter what it puts on. It could be rotten. It really doesn't make much of a difference. Now, where could I fit you? Maybe here would be fine. And this one is covering much of this area, so it would make more sense to place this a bit further up. About there. Move this around a little bit. Like the guns a little bit higher up. Okay, that's a bit too wet there. Well, actually, maybe having the guns in here with the farms is not a bad idea. Yep. Largely the same setup as we got down here, so let's copy this. And we need another iron chest. Nice. Now, which one's this going to? Yeah, that's right. Okay. All these gubbins. We are going to want anything that can just burn to be brought down. Well, actually, well, I mean, the wood is going to end up on the line that is going to get very confused with it being there. So, I'm probably going to tell this one to only remove these. I don't think the things like the rot and the wood are going to be there very often, so should be alright. There we go. Oh no, these need to all, well, you know what, no, we don't need the filters. I will occasionally swoop down and empty out random gubbins. Either that or I intentionally make the filters these and the spoilage. You know what, that's not a bad one. Yeah. Okay. Now this is all going to make its way down here. They've got a bit of a lifespan on them. A 2-hour lifespan before they rot, which is less than ideal. Let's make a little bit of this. What is that? Oh, it's facing the wrong way. There we go. This will add nutrient onto this belt no matter how much. That way, rot is always gotten rid of. Is there something wrong with this? Oh, it's not reading what's in there. That's my bad. So I'm gonna need... Honestly, those can all be the same color. So let's go with green here. And then enable if oh, right, sorry. I think I probably got pulled away at some point. Enable if mash is less than 10. There we go. Yeah, I think I just got distracted at some point. Now, because there's already so much nutrients on the belt thanks to this, we're not getting much use out of this one yet. I guess technically the nutrients there work. I should probably make this one only output nutrients though. Likewise, make sure this one only lifts these. The nutrients in these will eventually rot. Once they do, more of the fruit will be pulled off the line. It might actually be better not to be reading that on the same green line, but instead read that on the red one. That way this will always try to load nutrients in there at least. There we go, things moving around. Still haven't managed to get any seeds though, which is a bit of a problem. Especially because all of these have generated the fruits. So I kind of need this belt not to have a bunch of stuff on it if it doesn't need it. That would have been a nice place to be had... If I'd built this a little bit closer, then I could have avoided plucking all the fruit without ensuring that there were seeds left. Because right now, if the fruit... I mean, the fruit has got a long spoil time, but I think it's like 2 hours on this stuff. Oh no, 1 hour. So, yeah, potentially it'll be okay, but... Right, well, what's the next thing that we wanted to make with this? Pop these down. Now, we can just... We've already got that one. Turning it into copper bacteria would be the next option. So, I'm going to say if that one isn't taking it out, then we, at this point, start loading it in this direction instead. Yeah. And at this stage, I am also going to want this moving along. Need to make one. Actually, you know what? I could probably just move these around a little bit. Place that there. Did I make many of these or just the one? I only made the one. So let's get a couple more. Yeah, I want this one to make the copper bacteria. That will produce spoilage no matter what. The bacteria will only be produced at a 10% chance for bacteria. I think that should be alright. There we go. This one, there we go. This should probably remove the bacteria. I'm going to say if that one is below 0, this activates and loads it in. But the opposite should be true here. So whatever this setting is, only enable it if... Actually, is this outputting? Yeah, it's outputting the contents. Which is currently the mash. So this will only activate if that has some in it. Has got the nutrients available. No, because if that shuts down, then effectively this doesn't do anything. Yeah, because the mash has just popped in there. Yeah, so it just sits there for now. I think this might be better if that has got mash available. But regardless, let's just get this placed down so that this can start up. We're going to want the copper bacteria to be unloaded into a chest. Iron one, of course. Let's have a look. Is it me, or is it kind of stupid that artillery is way harder tech than nuclear bombs? Well, it kind of depends on the way, on how you perceive the game balance. Like in real world, yeah, we had artillery in World War One. And we've only been improving it since. Nuclear was a little bit later. And is significantly more investment in making. You've got to have quite a robust industrial and also scientific industry to be able to manage that. On the flip side, though, what's going to happen when this all breaks down? No, I suppose this will load in everything in there that it needs. But once on the flip side, in the game, you're not really deploying nuclear bombs in the same way. Like, you've not got bombers flying over the biter bases, you know, hundreds of kilometers away to drop those nuclear bombs. So I do see what you mean. It does seem kind of backwards in when compared to real world situations, but within the game balance, I would say artillery is way more powerful than nuclear weapons. I barely use nuclear weapons because there's such a niche application. I could just make regular rockets and get out exactly the same, result with much lower chance of accidentally exploding myself. But in terms of again, real world comparisons, yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. I don't think anyone would argue with that. That's kind of stupid. But this is a game, so again, you've got to kind of weigh it against what the intention is. And I would say artillery, as the game is set up, is way more useful, and also way more dangerous to the biters because it's more useful and you can use it in a much wider way. As a consequence of that, it makes sense for it to be much further down the line. Yeah, allowances must be made for game balance, and that's pretty much it. Right, I need to make the thing that pulls the things out of the thing. Getting distracted by good conversations. How dare. Right, I want this to pull out copper bacteria. Pretty much that's the only thing I wanted to pull out. And on the off chance that there's copper ore in there as well, I guess we can pull that out too. Yeah. Now, I'm going to say that this probably shouldn't now be limiting itself to mash. It should just be making more. And occasionally it will make seeds. This one definitely should be limited and pulling pulling mush to make nutrients, though. Definitely. One day we will get seeds. One day. 2% chance of seeds. Seeds! The day has come. This is brutally hopeful. It's like, I'm going to have an entire massive long line just for seeds. Landfill. No. I'm turning the spoilage into nutrients, which themselves get turned into spoilage if they don't get used. But I'm using them first, generally speaking. Not a whole lot of power down in these parts. Where are those beautiful seeds? There they are. Beautiful. I just hope there are more seeds. The odds are not looking good. The odds are looking quite grim. We've run out of power, of course. No seeds for us. Only sadness. No seeds, just sadness. Well, in that case, I could, I guess, throw down a bit of something. Of course I could. We're going to want these. God damn it. Oh my lord. I don't even have those stupid poles. Oh, we've done it. So we've got an artificial soil. 5 landfill, 50 nutrients, 2 Yumiko seeds allow us to make more places for the seeds to be planted. I love how Aavak's voice sometimes gets that Welsh pronunciation on certain letters. Oh yeah, probably. Can't really escape that one, I'm afraid. Not that I would want to, in fact. But, yeah. Yeah, my pronunciation does get a little bit... my accent starts to show. Especially as I get tired. editing brain starts to turn off more and more and more. Can I just make the seeds? I cannot just make the seeds. This fills me with great sadness. Now, what was that about the heater? Okay, I'm going to need 20 concrete and 5 heat pipes. Okay. Certainly be a nice thing to have. Okay. Starting to see a couple of seeds popping out here and there. Though this is very much starting to create spores. And spores are going to bring the wee beasties. And more worryingly, probably not the wee ones, actually. The big beasties. Not necessarily the case. Now, as those seeds pop down, we get 50 fruit out of it. And they are dropping in here and there, to be fair. Okay, so I don't want to go over those tiles. I want to go up by one. Don't want to be on these tiles either, realistically. Do I have many of these left? I do. Okay, we're going to want to split her around here, I'm going to say. Oh. Well, that's a little bit more awkward. Ah, that's why I can't do it. What about down here then? I can do it there. Okay, never mind. That's kind of forced my hand. Ah, actually, that being said, I can absolutely still use these. Traverse as much of this as I can without impacting my growing area. I literally put them in the one place. Yeah. Oh no! It's like, I was literally just about to plant there, you dick. I'm sorry. There we are. Gives me a little bit more planting room. Also strongly considering just moving these. Yeah, I think I will. Yep. I'll let that continue doing its thing. I'll transplant the solar panels up here instead. Along with the accumulators. Of course, that had to be that one spot. There. I'll do. Now then. It's producing a decent amount of copper. Now, the other thing I would like to do is possibly burn the spoilage. Burnt spoilage recipe. This gives us significantly more energy output from the spoilage, I find. So, given that, I'm going to say if it gets this far without being loaded in here, then we use it instead to produce carbon. Of course, if we've got a station in orbit, that it's not a problem because the station will be grabbing all the it will be generating carbon for us. No, we don't really want that. What I could do here though, so what I'm thinking is if I just set up a boiler over here, it's going to save me a lot of time. Need 5 stone. Can I find 5 stone? Yes. Now, of course, it would be quite useful for me to get the iron as well, but for now I think this is decent. I guess the other thing that's going on here as well, we are loading that up relatively fast. I kind of feel that this is like using the spoilage over here is a better way of doing it. Whereas the spoilage that I'm getting on this side could instead be used to make the carbon. Now, question here is, do I want to set up a little smelting array? I could. Likewise, though, if Peridwen has electric smelters, that kind of makes a lot of sense to use those. What are we looking at? We are waiting only on the bulk inserters, and we're practically there. Where are the bulk inserters being made? What are you waiting on? Waiting on the blue inserters. Oh. Bollocks. Okay. Time to set these up. Ah. That is literally the one thing holding Pridwen here. Okay, so... these are the only ones that are going to need it. This is now for strictly normal quality. And this is strictly for greater than normal quality. Yep. Gleba is basically the devs going, what's the complete opposite of vanilla Factorio? I mean, the complete opposite would probably be more like something like Terranil, which I firmly feel is the reverse Factorio experience. Yeah, it's going to be a little while before we get those up there. I might send Peridwen on right now without. Yeah, I think so. Okay, Peridwen, it's time for you to come back. You've basically got all of your requests satisfied. Right, off we go. I'm so happy with this ship. I know its first voyage was a little bit hairy. It took a bit of damage, but it had enough stuff to repair itself on the fly. With only a very small amount of oversight from me in that one of the turrets didn't have the correct quality to replace, so I needed to downgrade the quality that was being used. But I am so content with what this is able to do. There we go. Aavak, I love the logic you're using. Do you have some source to read on how it works, or an import string, so I can look at it? I mean, I can pop import strings up, or if that's something I can do, you'll have to walk me through it. I've never done it before. here we are. And instantly dispatching things. Perfect. But no, just experience, really. Most of it is... well, I was going to say straightforward logic, but that's not entirely true. Where there's been cases where things haven't worked in a straightforward way that I would expect, I've had to go through the rigmarole of like, you know, deep diving on how does Factorio do this? In what ways is Factorio specifically dealing with all of this? There we go. We've now got iron plates. We've now got carbon. As much as we want over at Gleba. Alright. So, with that... have you got enough? You have not. So this is now stalled. Not ideal, actually. Oh, wait. That shouldn't have even been active anyway. Trying to limit the amount of spoilage I'm producing, but at the same time, it's kind of a tricky one. And this is well backed up now. And all of that will turn... that'll get all messed up shortly. Alright, let me make something. Oh goodness, this takes a long time. Also, whomp. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, this is full. Right. I think it may have backed up. How much does this produce? Produces 2. I'm going to say if... only if that is more than 2 is this allowed to activate. So, enable if the mash is greater than 1 production run. There you go. Realistically, I should probably go for this one, actually. And there we go. Okay, so still reading the contents out to wherever. This isn't activating because there's 2 worth stored in there, and I'm not removing this, so I may as well quickly run that down there for now. That way this can actually dump its contents out. Right. Let's say if it's less than 10. I was running it too close, too fine. That is much better now. Okay. I'll come back up here in a moment. Well, actually. No, I want to go and grab some gubbins from down here. Right. Have I got... I do. I do. Oh my lord. Right. Got bots. At long last. Our friends are back. Why do I have another pistol? Why am I cursed with this stupid pistol? Wait. Yes. Okay. I think you copied an incorrect setup on Novus. I think you've set the extraction from the blue inserter factory to be above normal yellow inserter. Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that, Rosand. Let me go and have a look. Nope. No, it seems okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I see what you mean. My bad. Yep, I see it now. Oh, God, yeah. 700 of them. Ah, thank you very much for catching that. I apologize for taking a few minutes to notice it. Right, but everything here seems fine now. I could just run the copper down, actually, rather than trying to smelt it myself. Might not be a terrible idea. Simply because I mean, I'm gonna want a smelting stack soon enough anyway. Though, again, Peridwen is the only reason why that is working right now. So, you know what? No, let's not lean too heavily on Peridwen being around. Of course, it's wonderful when it is, but... And maybe at some point we will actively have something like that set up, but... I should go and get it to deliver some inserters, I think. In fact, let me just bring up Peridwen and see what it is that we've got to send down. Did we get rogue reports? No, we weren't requesting them. We do have inserters, we do have belts, we do have power poles, so I would like 50, I would like 50, and I would like sure 100 of these. They're here. Let's have a look at the spores. The spores are actually starting to spread quite a lot, in fact. Is that a general effect? No. Wonder if it'll make the... if it'll have any kind of impact on the environment around it. Like it does in... on Novus with pollution. Right, we want all of the iron plate, apparently. Some more fruit coming in. No iron. It doesn't surprise me it doesn't have iron, though, to be fair. The red one is using a lot of it right now, I should imagine. That being said, 52 is on its way. Oh, it's immediately being loaded in there. Yeah, that's instantly unloaded. Right, we're not going to need any of that now that we've actually got fast transport belts. Need one more. There we go. Alright, chat, let's get our copper refining on the go that will be independent of Peridwen. Something I'm actually quite eager for. As I am more than a little bit concerned. Oh no, you're going to require nutrients as well. Damn. Okay. In that case, I'm going to need to move these around a little bit. Let's just make sure that doesn't happen again. Right, so I'm going to need a bit of nutrients, but I will then be able to turn spoilage into carbon, which will burn much, much better. This is going to be but ugly, I know. There we are. Now with this, we're going to want to take all of the spoilage over here and run it back. There we go. It takes a fair old while to do it, though. Let's use a lane balancer here. There we are. I guess the other way of doing this, to ensure that that spoilage gets used for something. That being said, actually, I mean, the spoilage isn't going to run down, so this is not a bad way of dealing with this. You're not... Oh, damn it. Oh, silly me. We need that to be copper ore. But there we are. Things can now start moving forward. So the next stage for us would be to set up jelly nut production, I think. Getting the seeds from this is a bit of a rough one, though. That being said, you know what? No, I'll take that back. We've actually got loads of plants down here. Yeah, we've actually got loads. And we seem to be burning through them relatively fast, too. I'm perhaps a little bit concerned about what that's going to do to us, but feels like a problem that might be for future Aavak to solve. I think what we will do, though, is make sure that our power supply is secure. Gonna need to go and get some more iron plates, so I'll just drop these off for now. Not burning up the fruit would probably be a good idea, though. And I'm going to say... No, there's no guarantee of getting spoilage down here, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would say use that. There we are. Right. Grabbing the iron plates, certainly not a bad thing. We're going to want some more landfill, so I'm going to need to get some stone. And getting this heater up and running would be quite nice as well, considering it will generate so much more power. That said, getting rocket fuel, solid fuel and light fuel. But I can get oil from a... Well, I can only get it from the refinery. Once I've got that... I would be able to do some heavy cracking. Oh, let's have a quick gander through the tech tree. So, if we find Gleba and see where that unlocks. So the heat tower, pretty solid one there. Getting the jelly nuts, getting the biofluxes seems like a very important one. Bacteria cultivation, multiply bacteria by feeding them some bioflux. And bioflux processing, which will give us plastic, sulfur, oh, we get rocket fuel out of jelly, water, and bioflux. So yeah, it's bioflux is where we need to be right now. We get bioflux and Yumako mash would get us plastic. And is there anything else in particular that we want to keep our eye on here? Plastic bark productivity is kind of nice though. Rocket fuel productivity is good. I'm liking the productivity researches. That's actually really cool. The biolab. No particular understanding what that one does in fairness, but okay. Oh, there's also fish breeding as well. Fish into nutrients. So one fish becomes 20 nutrients, but you can use 100 nutrients in 2 fish to produce 3 fish. So you're not going to be getting the nutrients back for that, like at all. But you will be increasing the population of fish. I do believe that there is an achievement for having eaten a legendary fish. Alright. Well, getting rocket fuel through bioflux is the next target for us. And to get there, going to need some steel. Let me grab some of that. Going to need landfill, 20 spoilage, which will be very easy to get to. And the landfill and the spoilage. Let's go and... Well, actually, let's go take care of the spoilage first. Just need to grab more or less anything. In fact, I've already got everything I'm going to need. Loads of spoilage available there. The issue here is if this backs up. So yeah, this is actually a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this in. I'm going to say I want the output priority to be on the left. But if for some reason it cannot, then I don't want things to jam up, because that's what happened last time. Instead, feed it to the spoilage burner. Another thing I could do, mind you, is to create a chest for this. I'll pop it up a little bit. Right, I want to make sure that you only pull out carbon. I'll just dump that spoilage over here. No matter, I'll keep it on me. Yeah, that works. Now, I'd love to make a counter that would tell me how many seeds I produced, but we'll come back to that. Oh, that's right. I knew there was something I was forgetting. I want to make sure that we've got a supply of ammunition over here. There we are. More seeds. To be fair, this is starting to back up quite a ways. Though equally, to be fair, would rather it balance. There you go. That is a heck of a long path, though. I am wondering if it would be better not to do that, because that's a lot of stuff that can spoil on that route. And thus not produce any seeds whatsoever. How fast am I working through this? Also, yeah, they are grabbing spoiled stuff first. That one not so. Or that one. Make sure that that one is grabbing spoiled first, or about to spoil first. There we go. I'll need more of them in order to manage this, but honestly the nutrient requirements are quite high. That being said, nothing here is particularly rotted. So it seems to be doing its job. Oh, that is, we are definitely, most definitely causing some issues here. I'm gonna say, oh, that is a rough one, honestly. Because I want this production chain happening. But I also don't want... Yeah, you know what? Let's give things time to recover. go. Only be active if there's less than 10. And now this needs to hold the belt. Now there's way more than 10. So actually let's make this more like I don't know, 50. Oh wow, that's actually stockpiled 7 of them. They don't spoil, do they? I'm fairly certain they don't. No, they don't. Okay. So that's 400. So that's probably going to be about 100 there. 100 for them to work through. Good morning, Fenrir Zero. How you doing, mate? Right, need to get some stone to make landfill. There we go. Actually, we may as well grab the iron bacteria. There we go. And with that, we've now got an agricultural tower. To get you, I'm going to need nutrients as well as some circuits. I can already make the circuits though. Let's get a couple more bits of stone then. Still need a bit. I feel like I'm probably straying towards my doom. Can't shake that feeling. Okay, now I think we need the eggs for this. And nutrients, but I'll go nab them in a moment. Now, we do have an area where I'm going to be able to get the jelly nuts going. I swear this thing does, in fact, regrow. No reason to use my bullets. Now. Oh, damn it. That's what I get for not paying attention to where I was walking. Lost in a maze of cliffs. Howdy, M. Carter. Oh, I should probably drop off the iron at this point. Now to go and nab some nutrients. There you go. Now, if this is... Ooh, do I want to belt whatever I'm producing all the way up here? That is a complicated question to answer. A very complicated question to answer. The nutrient production area is here, though. So I'm kind of leaning in that direction right now. But you know what, chat? I'm afraid that it's that time. We've been going now for 14 hours in 4 minutes, so start small and expand. Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely bring the gubbins up from there. But yeah, we're going to be wrapping up the stream here. It has been wonderful, as always it is. But it's time for me to scuttle off and get some sleep. Leafman says, and 4 minutes? That doesn't sound very round. Must stream for 56 naught. No. But thank you so much. I'm so glad we have made it off Novice. Now that we are on Gleba, it's certainly a more complicated production chain to work our way through. But I am enjoying it immensely. And I hope you are too. There's lots of ways that we're going to be able to expand this out. And once we have rocket fuel being produced, then we can start looking to turn, make a little bit more progress in regards to, let me just bring that up again. The rocket fuel. There was a recipe here that turned rocket fuel into something. I think it may have actually just been plastic though. Let's see. Where was that? Plastic recipe. There. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't turn it into plastic. Rocket fuel from jelly production. Rocket fuel from ammonia rocket fuel productivity. There's a couple of different ways it seems that we can go with that. Nevertheless, really looking forward to exploring more of the more unique production chain that is present on Gleba, and also possibly checking out some of the larger creatures. We've been very risk averse whilst over here, despite obviously the fact that we, hugged the exhaust of a landing rocket a little bit too closely. But that mistake aside, we've been quite risk averse. So I'm looking forward to checking out, maybe getting into a little bit more trouble. Definitely want better production of materials though. I wonder if Gleba can sustain like large smelting arrays out of copper or iron bacteria. That's definitely a question I'll be interested in finding the answer to. However, it's time for us to go. So once again, thank you for joining me. It has been wonderful. I look forward to your company the next time we jump into some Factorio, which will almost certainly, if experience has taught anything, be possibly later today or tomorrow. Either way, take care, everyone.